Who doesn't love a good ginger tea? Drinking it hot makes you feel comforted. Drinking it cold is very refreshing with that characteristic spicy flavor. Have you used it in your meals? Great! But do you know all its benefits and also its possible contraindications? Ginger is a root with surprising medicinal properties that has been used for centuries in traditional medicine. Its spicy flavor and aroma make it a popular ingredient in cooking and in numerous home remedies for various ailments. But did you know that there are some cases in which it is not such a good idea to consume it? The thing is, although ginger is considered safe for most people, it can have side effects and interact with some medications. Ginger offers many health benefits, but there are also certain diseases where caution should be exercised when consuming it. In this video, we tell you about the worst time to eat ginger and everything you need to know to enjoy ginger safely. So, if you are a lover of this spice, stay with us and get ready to discover surprising things. I love ginger. It is my favorite spice that I have incorporated into my life because of its delicious flavor and numerous health benefits. Ginger is a plant known for its many health benefits, including traditional use to relieve symptoms of dizziness, nausea, upset stomach, and vomiting in people undergoing harsh medical treatments such as chemotherapy. Additionally, it has been used as a natural remedy for digestive problems as it can help improve digestion and relieve bloating. On the other hand, ginger, thanks to its main chemical compounds, gingerol and shogal, has great potential as an antioxidant, analgesic, and anti-inflammatory. For this reason, its consumption helps many people to relieve the symptoms of various conditions such as arthritis, muscle pain, or migraines. However, it is important to remember that like any medicinal plant, ginger can interact with other medications and is not suitable for everyone. Those who suffer from certain conditions, such as bleeding disorders or ulcers, should be aware that it may cause further complications, and it is advisable to consult a health professional before consuming it in large quantities. Ginger is a true wonder of nature. On the one hand, it is a versatile ingredient that can enhance the flavor of any dish. On the other hand, it has great therapeutic potential thanks to its bioactive compounds. However, it is essential to keep in mind that, like any substance, ginger can have side effects if consumed in excess or under certain circumstances. Therefore, it is essential to be informed about possible interactions with other medications and contraindications. The health benefits of ginger are countless. Not only does it act as an effective anti-inflammatory, but it can also help improve digestion, relieve nausea, and even strengthen our immune system. It's like having a little pharmacist in our kitchen, always ready to provide us with well-being. Before incorporating ginger into our diet, it is essential to know the situations in which its consumption may not be advisable. Therefore, it is recommended to consult a health professional before consuming ginger regularly or in large quantities, especially if you suffer from chronic diseases or are taking medication. When should you be cautious if you are taking or thinking about taking ginger regularly? Next, let's see in which health conditions it is not advisable to consume ginger. Blood pressure. Millions of people around the world rely on medication to keep their blood pressure under control. Combining different drugs is a common practice to achieve optimal blood pressure control. However, it is essential that this control be supervised by a health professional. It is important to be cautious if you suffer from high blood pressure and are thinking about taking ginger as a supplement. This is because different studies have shown that ginger has a moderate effect on reducing blood pressure. Some of you might be thinking, well, if they lower blood pressure, that's great because I suffer from high blood pressure and I'm taking medication to lower it. I don't deny that it is a very good argument, however, that very thing can be a problem, and I'll explain why. Well, if you are already taking blood pressure medications such as calcium channel blockers or beta blockers, it could cause an excessive decrease in blood pressure, which can have adverse effects on your health. Changes in blood pressure should be closely monitored by a doctor to avoid complications. It's important to work with your healthcare provider to see how ginger affects your blood pressure and make sure it stays within a healthy range. Although ginger can be beneficial, it is essential to ensure that it does not interfere with other medications you are taking and that it does not cause an excessive drop in blood pressure. An excessive drop in blood pressure can have negative health consequences. Pregnancy and breastfeeding. Women, if they are pregnant or breastfeeding, should avoid consuming ginger. While ginger has traditionally been used to relieve morning sickness during pregnancy, high doses of ginger can have potentially adverse effects on the health of the mother and baby. During pregnancy and breastfeeding, the health of both mother and baby is paramount. While ginger is known for its beneficial properties, it is essential to consult with your obstetrician or gynecologist before consuming it. High doses of ginger may cause complications, so it is essential to seek the guidance of a health professional to determine the appropriate and safe amount for you. Ginger, although a common ingredient in many kitchens, requires certain precautions during pregnancy, especially during the first trimester. Excessive consumption of this spice can trigger unwanted side effects for both mother and baby. A balanced diet is essential at all stages of life, especially during pregnancy and breastfeeding. While ginger can be an interesting addition to your diet, it is important to consume it in moderation and under supervision. Remember that every body is unique, so what works for one person may not be right for another. Consult your obstetrician or gynecologist to customize your nutritional plan. Coagulation problems. It is also important to note that ginger may have effects on blood clotting. Despite its numerous health benefits, it may pose risks for certain people, especially those taking blood-thinning medications. Anticoagulant medications inhibit certain clotting factors in the blood, making it thinner and reducing the risk of blood clots forming. Ginger, having a similar effect, can exacerbate this action, causing the blood to become excessively thin. If you are taking anticoagulant medication, or if you are scheduled for any type of surgery, it is essential that you consult your doctor. This is because ginger contains active compounds that can act as anticoagulants and antiplatelet agents that can enhance the effects of drugs, significantly increasing the risk of bleeding. Ginger's natural blood-thinning properties may increase the risk of bleeding or complications during surgery. This poses a serious risk not only for patients taking blood thinners, but also for people with bleeding disorders such as hemophilia. Hypoglycemia. Ginger has also been associated with lowering blood sugar, so if you are diabetic or have high blood sugar levels and are taking medication to control these high levels, you should be cautious about consuming ginger in large quantities. Ginger may interact with diabetes medications and potentially cause blood sugar levels to drop too low and result in hypoglycemia, a condition characterized by blood sugar levels that are too low. It is crucial that people with diabetes or prediabetes who are taking medications to control blood sugar consult their doctor before consuming ginger in large quantities. Excessive consumption of ginger combined with diabetes medications could cause a drastic drop in blood sugar, a condition known as hypoglycemia, which can be dangerous. So make sure you monitor your blood sugar and talk to your doctor. Heart disease. Ginger, although a spice with multiple health benefits, should be consumed with caution, especially if you have heart conditions. If you suffer from arrhythmia, or in other words, irregular heartbeats, it is important to be careful with excessive consumption of ginger. Although ginger is known for its health benefits, in some cases it can worsen these heart conditions. If you notice that your arrhythmia symptoms become more intense after consuming large amounts of ginger, this may be a sign that you should stop consuming it and consult your cardiologist. Some studies suggest that certain substances present in ginger may influence heart rate. In patients with arrhythmias, it could further destabilize the heart rhythm. It is essential to consult a doctor before incorporating ginger into your diet, especially if you are taking heart medications, such as beta blockers or calcium channel blockers, as they could interact with the active components of this root. Ginger can be a beneficial addition to a healthy diet, but it should not replace a balanced and varied diet. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins provides the nutrients needed to maintain a healthy heart. Instead of relying on supplements, it is advisable to obtain nutrients from foods. Digestive problems and gas. Although I'm sure that when you think of ginger, the first thing that comes to mind is its beneficial digestive properties. The active compounds in ginger help calm nausea and reduce feelings of discomfort. It stimulates digestion and helps expel gases accumulated in the intestine, reducing bloating and abdominal discomfort. By increasing the production of gastric juices, ginger facilitates the digestion of food and reduces the feeling of heaviness. In addition, its anti-inflammatory properties help protect the gastric mucosa and reduce irritation. But despite all these benefits, some people simply do not feel comfortable with it, as it can cause unpleasant side effects, such as excessive gas production. If you have incorporated a lot of ginger into your diet and suddenly find that you have gas in your intestine, it is possible that excessive consumption of ginger is what is causing it. As with other foods, ginger affects each of us differently, and some people may be more sensitive to its flatulent effects. In this case, it will be very useful to reduce the amount of ginger you consume. It is important to keep this in mind if you suffer from heartburn or acid reflux, as excessive consumption of ginger can worsen these symptoms. People with peptic ulcers, gastroesophageal reflux disease, or irritable bowel syndrome may experience an aggravation of their symptoms when consuming ginger. Although ginger is considered safe for most people, consuming large amounts of it can have irritating effects on the stomach and esophagus, which could aggravate existing gastrointestinal conditions. If you have chronic gastrointestinal problems, it is best to talk to your doctor or reduce the amount of ginger you consume to avoid worsening your symptoms. Try taking ginger with food. If you are taking ginger and you do so on an empty stomach, it can often upset your stomach, and ginger will stimulate the secretion of bile, which benefits digestion. However, if you consume it on an empty stomach, it can cause excessive gastric stimulation, which can lead to digestive problems and stomach upset. Therefore, it is best to consume ginger with meals to minimize these undesirable effects. Additionally, people with ulcers or heartburn should also be cautious, as ginger can irritate the stomach lining. If you don't like the taste of ginger or experience stomach upset, one solution might be to opt for taking capsules instead of consuming it directly. However, high-dose ginger supplements or concentrated extracts may increase the risk of side effects, especially in people with pre-existing medical conditions. It is important to remember that not all supplements are regulated equally, so quality and potency can vary significantly. Always read labels and consult a healthcare professional before taking any supplements. It is important to remember that if you suffer from any of the previous illnesses I have mentioned or experience uncomfortable symptoms when consuming ginger, it is essential to consult your doctor before making any changes to your diet. Talking to your doctor will allow you to get a proper evaluation and ensure that you are making informed decisions that are appropriate for your case. You can start with small amounts and gradually increase your ginger intake, but never on an empty stomach. This can be an effective strategy to minimize potential side effects and still get the medicinal benefits this powerful herb can give you. And so we come to the end of our journey through the world of ginger. As you have seen, this root is a real treasure for our health, but it is important to consume it in moderation and be aware of its possible contraindications. The dosage and method of consumption of ginger are key factors to consider. Consuming fresh ginger, grated ginger, or ginger in small amounts as a seasoning in food is generally safe for most people. Remember that the most important thing is to listen to your body and your doctor. I hope this information is useful. Share it with your friends and family and give us a like. Leave us your opinion and recommendations in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a health and wellness video. See you soon.